Taiwan's digital ministry says it's pushing to set up a backup satellite communications network. In an interview with conservative U.S. publication National Review, Digital Minister Audrey Tang said that Taiwan is trying to build over 700 satellite transmission sites. The aim is to ensure that the country can communicate with the outside world in the event of an emergency or conflict. Her comments come after internet cables connecting some of the country's outlying islands were damaged back in April. Taiwan has been looking at alternative options to Elon Musk's Starlinks due to his close ties with China. Taiwan has already signed a deal with UK satellite network provider OneWeb to help with this effort. Now, Taiwan's push to strengthen its connectivity and digital resilience is partly motivated by lessons learned from the war in Ukraine. To find out more, our reporter Jaime Ocon spoke to Alessio Patalano, a security analyst at King's College London.
One of the lessons that Taiwan is learning from Ukraine is this importance of connectivity and not to rely solely on one provider like Starlink, for example. And the digital minister, Audrey Tang, is urging to prioritize this push. How significant is this plan to create a backup satellite network?
I think in relation to the fact that Starlink was an important enabler, but also became a vulnerability the moment then Elon Musk, for example, decided not to provide support in case of operation in Crimea out of his own decision. So I think the fact that in the comments she pointed out as that one of the lessons that Taiwan needs to keep at the back of its mind, I think it's a really symptomatic of the fact that Taiwan has absolutely the right person at the right point in time to think about this. Distribution of access, this capacity, particularly from a normative point of view, from a legal point of view, having familiarity with providers of connectivity in different countries enhances your resilience by reducing the vulnerability of depending on a single network, but more importantly, having multiple choices.
Taiwan has already signed a deal with a UK satellite provider as part of this effort to have 700 of these satellite transmission sites so the country can stay connected. But what more needs to be done?
Let's focus on the first two, which are the most important. One, that element of having access to multiple networks is something that, particularly in times of crisis, is going to be particularly important. The more sites you have that allow you to bounce from one network to another, again, it's part of your defenses. And it's important because, as we've learned from Ukraine in times of crisis, that kind of redundancy is important, not just for the connectivity, but also for military planning and the conduct of military operations.
That was Alessio Patalano, a security analyst at King's College London, speaking to our reporter Jaime Ocon.